This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Give me the bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
In the boss game here is about the sequel. Okay, let's see if there's something different.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Okay, let's go for the left. Just trying to see if there's anything different around here. No.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy, it's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh, no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends.
Oh, there it!
That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient. That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner. Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together.
Let's go.
Go through each of them point by point. Share your... Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
I never tried opening these doors, did I? Nope, because they don't open. Oh. Can I open this now? No. This is where I came from. Duh. I really want to go to this bathroom. Oh, I got the feeling. Mine is for stealing, but not yours, of course. Say, that's a lovely purse. Okay. How about if you just hand this over to me?
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines.
Woohoo!
Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I
Sure.
implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these
I will.
beautiful figurines.
I will. Thank you so much. Extreme bathrooms. Something else? No? Okay, then. I think I'll just do this last standing and just call it a day, I don't know.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again
There's-
stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket
Always.
would, and he knew it.
Yeah.
The two of them were inseparable.
Exactly.
At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket
Yes.
did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845.
Damn it.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him?
Yes,
Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
it is. Okay, let's go through here. Don't think there's any... Yay, another one.
Another miniature
Woohoo!
Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands?
Sure.
Stanley figs. What about Stanlerines? Yes.
Okay.
I think I like that.
Sure.
Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Alrighty then. Right, let's go. Oh,
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right.
yes,
The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
I know. Thanks to my bucket.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Okay. Once again. Just trying to see if there's anything different now.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
I know bucket.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears
Don't cry.
as Stanley cradled it
Don't
gently,
cry, bucket. Don't
reassuring
cry.
it that everything would be fine.
Oh, what's happened there? Where is the last... Oh, here it is.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well?
Were you?
Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place?
I don't know.
These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
Alright, someone told me to be here for a bit in this platform before going up the elevator and something will happen. So I'm gonna wait for a bit and see if something actually happens. If not, I will just cut this part out and go to the elevator. Let's see. Oh wait, this unlocked. Okay. Well, we got what you came for, so now we can go up to the elevator. Have you seen anything so beautiful? Huh? Have you bucket? Alright, let's go.
He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket together. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Exactly. Me and the bucket. Forever.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another. But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in
How could you,
horror.
bucket?
Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen.
What?
Birds. Silly, silly birds. The control buttons became active again.
What do you want me to pick around here? Just a bunch of seagulls at the beach. What happens if I... Oh!
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another.
Flamingos.
And then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at
Good.
all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions.
Burp.
Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
Yes! Just me and you, bucket. Looking at birds forever! No! You ruined my happiness! Okay. I think... I'm just gonna try one more ending, and then I'm gonna leave it here. What do you guys think? Alright. We have been going... Where's my bucket?
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory.
Where is my
What did
bucket?
it look like? There was a
is my
computer,
bucket?
perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
Here's my bucket!
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
Yes! Okay. We are choosing, by we, I mean me, I have been choosing lots of the
Stanley
left
clutched the
door,
bucket
so
tightly
let's
to
go
his
through
chest
the
and
right.
entered the door on his
No,
left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
I don't care.
But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to
Exactly.
be.
Me and my bucket.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct?
Yes.
Was it? No, never mind. The
It was
bucket
wrong. I'm sorry, bucket.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Can I fall from here?
Good.
Said the bucket. But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest
Oh
friend.
my.
So he threw himself to his death, that they
I'm
might die
sorry.
in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
I was not expecting that. I thought the game would
All
not
of his co-workers were gone.
let me fall.
What could it mean?
I was
Stanley
wrong.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Give me.
The confusion
Yes.
and the chaos all seemed to melt away.
Let's
as
try that
Stanley
again.
embraced the bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the
Sure.
meeting room. But Stanley had felt the
Yes.
bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct?
Was it?
Was this better
Was
than
it?
the meeting room?
Was it
Yes,
bucket?
Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
Good job, bucket.
No.
Oh, bad
never
job,
mind.
bucket.
The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there.
Oh.
Go to the cargo lift.
I actually could. This wasn't here before, was it?
Good.
Said the bucket.
Yes.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Yes. The bucket would never be wrong. Never. Just me and my bucket.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
What the heck? Alright. Now what?
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone and it will take...
Oh, isn't this the same thing that I got the first time?
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
Where is my bucket? I keep asking about the bucket. Oh, here's my bucket. Hello, Stanley. It's me, your bucket. Press A to take me to work with you. Okay.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders.
Yes, it does.
Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
No. He's talking to me. Just take me back home with you. Okay.
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
To go back to work. Okay. Yay.
Anyway, Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think, it can't talk. All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it. It doesn't do anything else.
Don't listen to the loud man. Press Y for us to go back home. Yay!
You see, he's not listening.
Me and my
He's still
baguette.
taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid hunk
Where is
of
my
metal.
bucket? Where is the bucket? What did you do to my bucket? Bucket? Baguette! To ignore anyone in your life except for me. Yeah, sure. Yeah!
Sad. I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny
Where is it?
bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to
It does, doesn't it? Now where is it? Where is my bucket? It wasn't in my desk, was it? Where is my bucket? Where's the bucket? Oh, it's on top of the computer. Duh. You believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley? Go back home?
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid. Like
Yes.
it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
Press Y to relive this same day with me over and over. Okay.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket?
I don't know. Press Y to go home. To work, to home, to work, to home. Okay.
Oh no. I'm having feelings for the bucket. No. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes. The
Where is
bucket
it?
could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation.
I can't hardly see anything. Where's the bucket? I don't see the bucket. Bucket, where are you? Bucket? I don't see it. I honestly can't see it. The frick is a bucket? Oh. Hello. Oh. This is weird. I don't
Stanley, give me the bucket.
No.
Give it to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley. I need it.
No.
Give it to me now. Give it or I'll...
go back to work, Stanley. Okay. There is one ending that I'm trying to get.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm trying to get another ending that has a bucket with it, and
Warmth spread through Stanley's
then
arms.
let's see.
With the bucket in his arms again, he was home.
Let's go for the
Stanley
right.
clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room. But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this... No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door
No.
on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift. Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend.
Didn't mean to do that.
So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
I didn't mean to do that. So
I
see
can't wait
back
to tell
to
this
where we
story to my
were.
co-workers, Stanley thought.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
This is what I was trying to do. There has to be something more here. Ha! It's open? No. Ah.
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, no buckets past this point. Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't?
Maybe.
I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
Where? Here? Ooh.
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket.
Okay.
Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket.
Sure.
Okay, let's begin.
Okay. I'm ready.
Item 1. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Incorrect. It is a hologram of a
What?
bucket, not an actual bucket.
Well,
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
no.
Correct. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Next. Bet none of it is going to be a bucket.
Item 3. Is this a bucket? Incorrect. This is a bucket.
What the heck?
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
Pretty sure it isn't.
Correct.
Okay.
This is a tractor and not a
Good.
bucket. To be honest, I just sort of put this one in here as a gimme, but I was starting to get concerned that even this might be too much for you. Thank you for not making me look like an idiot.
Oh, you're welcome.
Is this a bucket?
I'm pretty sure that's not a bucket. What the
Incorrect. This is a bucket.
what the freak? What is going on? What the?
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be a bucket.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
What?
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere.
Can I leave? No. Can I get out of here?
Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here. And I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket is something. And therefore nothing could possibly be something. Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow
Sorry.
convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing?
I'm sorry.
Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket?
No.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket?
don't
Mere
know.
moments ago, I could answer these questions with confidence.
I'm sorry.
And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket?
Am I a bucket?
Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely.
No.
Okay.
No.
Here we go.
No. No.
What happened? Is everything gone?
Yes.
Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything
Shut
a
up.
bucket?
Yes.
Every single thing in the game was a bucket.
Yes.
My God, I had no idea.
See?
How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either.
No.
Oh, this is
I'm
wonderful.
flesh.
news. We're not buckets.
Yay.
Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game.
Well, yeah, we
So,
don't.
Tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay?
Okay.
And we'll know that it's all a bucket.
Exactly.
But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who
Okay.
knows what that information might do to a person?
Turn it
All
into a
right,
bucket.
Here we go.
Very well, guys. I think this one is gonna be the last
How
one.
wonderful. Stanley was alone.
Shut up.
Finally. This is
I'm not
great,
taking the
he
bucket
thought to
because
himself.
I'm going
This is
to
what I've
do
wanted all
the same
along.
thing but without
I
a bucket.
got what I
So
wanted.
let's go. Am I recording? Yes, I'm recording. Let's go for the right.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room,
I don't
and
care.
Stanley knew it perfectly
I'm gonna
well.
go to that freaking catwalk
Perhaps he wanted to
without my
stop by
bucket.
the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Exactly. And now we're gonna get
Stanley
here.
felt
Oh, it's so bright.
lightheaded,
That's so
butterflies
wonderful.
in his
Let's go.
stomach. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, I won't. Let's see if I don't kill myself
Stanley was
during
so
the
bad
process.
following directions. It's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I'm gonna try and...
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. But in his eagerness to
Freak.
prove that he is in control...
Shut up, I'm here once again.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the
Shut
wrong
up.
foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm
Yes,
not.
you are.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult.
Come on,
but the
Dimya,
fact is that
don't-
the story has been about nothing but you.
Don't jump before
all
the
this
time is
time.
there.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really?
Shut up.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration
Yes,
for
I
others?
do.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Mm-hmm.
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Okay.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood.
No.
Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door. All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted?
Yes.
Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Yes.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did.
Sorry.
And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better?
Cats.
What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees?
Cats.
Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
Cats.
Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark
Okay.
at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Sure.
There we go. A third option.
Oh.
This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Hi.
Okay, I'm going to stop you
Okay.
there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that it benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Let's go for the middle.
Oh, of course. A 3. Really? Maybe next time we can get you to form an actual opinion, you know? Any level of critical thinking or engagement with your surroundings? Does
Nope.
that sound good? Think we can do that?
Nope.
Yes?
Nope.
Wonderful. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park
Can I go
with
try
this
it?
one. Let's take a look.
Oh, what's this? Everyone is offline. Good old meal, skid. Oh, this is funny. How many are there? Thank you. I have not been playing for this time, so don't worry. Getting back here.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on.
Really?
And now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some
Yay.
playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
Of course not.
Perfect. Let me boot it up.
I worked on games before.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right.
You gave
and
me
if
a baby.
he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family
really?
life. I think the art world will really take notice.
Oh.
But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4
No,
hours.
they're not
So
gonna
why
play
don't
for
you
4
give it
hours.
4 hours of play to make sure it's effective.
No.
Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
This is what my family did to me ever since I was born.
You heartless bastard.
Yeah, I know they
Did
are.
you do it because you hate babies
Yes.
or purely to spite me?
Both.
Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm out. I'm done.
Don't
It's
be like,
over.
no.
Thank you for playing.
Don't be
Your
like
input
that.
was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's
Okay.
game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here?
What do you have?
Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot. Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about,
Oh,
Stanley?
this is,
What's our backstory? What is our motivation?
This is... I know what this is. I don't
But it
remember,
seems
but I know what it
obvious
is.
to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man, spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted, erotic purpose.
It was...
Yes,
at this.
that must be it. What a
see
fascinating
the
venture
asses?
into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come,
This-
let's
I
venture
know
outward
this
and
game, I
see
don't
what else
remember
is
the
out
name.
there.
Don't tread on me. I know that... I don't remember the name of this, but I know the game. How do I get out of here? Oh, from the other side. Oh, I know this game. I went to look for the name of the game. It's Firewatch, isn't it? Oh, man.
Oh, no. No, it can't be.
What?
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly, block it off.
What? No, 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 no.
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call.
What?
You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it.
Now what?
We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice,
Okay.
big, insurmountable
So no more Firewatch?
Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Oh.
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a
Rocket
nice
League.
big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Have you ever watched my playthroughs? I always get lost.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see.
You need to give me a
There
car.
are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's
No,
sports
it's Rocket
ball.
League.
Oh, what
You
fun.
use the car to...
We shall run the bases and do a
No.
touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Yay! Oh, there's the flag. This is fun. I'm not the car, but this is fun. Go inside the net. The net. Yes, the net.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun?
Up.
Hold on. What are you doing?
I wasn't supposed to be here. What the heck?
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
I don't know. I don't know how that happened. Where am I supposed to be going now? If I... Poop. Oh. Is this the office still? It is. No, isn't it? Okay. Oh, it's my office. Hello. Now what? I think I'm gonna get out of here. No. Now what?
I wonder what he found.
I don't know.
If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice.
Me?
And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Okay. The end is never the end. Alright, guys. I've played lots of endings to this game. I don't know where else we can find. If you guys enjoyed it, you can always like, comment, and subscribe. Shut up, Pestimia. This isn't over yet. My friend told me there is another ending that I need to see, but I need to get the collectibles first. So before we end this chapter, I'm gonna get all the collectibles and we're gonna see what it's all about. He said something about a cat, and I want to see the cat. So, let's do this.